Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Skywars. And by the way, I recently noticed this on the Hive, but like there's this new hub title. It's called Treasure Wars Veteran. I actually got the 1-year Treasure Wars Veteran, which I think it looks cool, but like I'm never gonna equip this because this is just pathetic. Like, who's bragging about being level 8, you know? But anyway, let's get right into the Skywars video. So, I was wondering like about all these new hub titles that are coming out. Apparently, it's like Treasure Wars Veteran and stuff like that. I thought it was cool, and I was like, "Yo, did I get one?" And I hopped on. It was like, "Yo, I did get one. Let's go!" And it was like insane. And I was just like, just excited because I had a new hub title that didn't look horrendously lame. And I'm never gonna take it off. Ah, yes. And then all the hype about Bedwars. In my personal opinion, Hive Bedwars, it's okay. It needs a lot of work. The generators need to be fixed completely. Like, those gens, it's literally just Treasure Wars with beds. That's all it is. Like, if you play the game, you'll know what I mean. It's just Treasure Wars, but instead of a treasure, it's a bed. In other words, slightly boring. And it's actually more than slightly boring because, like, well, Treasure Wars with beds is just Treasure Wars with beds. It's boring. What can I say? I can't say anything more except that it's just... Honestly, I wish, like, what they should have done was, like, they should have kept Treasure Wars so that the Treasure Wars sweats could continue to play Treasure Wars. Because, like, Bed Wars, you need more blocks to cover your bed rather than, like, Treasure Wars, which only took 5. Bed Wars takes, like, 8. It's just extra blocks. Why waste them? It's just so many extra blocks. And then you can't bridge to the other islands as easily. You need to buy 2 things of blocks because they're so far apart. It's just so dumb. I don't know, man. Bed Wars. I would have, like, if they kept Bed Wars, like, kept Treasure Wars, I mean. If they kept both, I would have played Treasure Wars. I would have continued to play Treasure Wars. Because it's just, it's already a complete and finished game, and it looks nice, and it just is a better game completely. Like, it's just better, but like, I mean, listen, Bed Wars has the potential to be as good as Treasure Wars. It already pretty much is, but like, that's because of all the hype, and it's not because of how good it actually is. Because like, everyone's playing it, it's like, oh, new game on the Hive, 5,000 players. And for the first time I've ever seen Skywars in second. Which is crazy. Which is because, like, well, I guess all the sweats now, there's no sweats in Skywars, so it's kind of dumb. Because, like, when there's no sweats, there's no challenge, and, like, everyone just sucks. And, like, all of my Skywars videos that I'm gonna make are just, like, me beating up people who are, like, level 2. Which I'm completely fine with, but it's just... it makes me look better than I am. I don't know. But yeah, Bed Wars, what, like... at least copy Hypixel. Like, come on. Hypixel has the perfect Bed Wars. What they could do is just, like, you spawn with leather armor. You know, that would be great. Spawn with leather armor. A wooden sword. Like, is that too hard? Is it too much to ask for a freaking wooden sword and some leather armor? If you want, you could take away the helmets. Because, like, that's what CubeCraft does. And their Bed Wars sucks. But, like... come on, man. And the gens are kind of slow, too. I'm just gonna have so much to complain about this. And I personally think that Hive Bed Wars is better than CubeCraft Bed Wars. But in my personal opinion, all Bedrock Bed Wars is gonna suck. It's just not a Bedrock game. It's really just not a Bedrock game. It shouldn't be on Bedrock. It's just more of a Java Edition thing. It's just how it is. It's not that cool on Bedrock. I mean, listen. The Hive Bed Wars is, like, it's great. It's such a good game. It's gonna take them time to perfect it. They'll make it better, but, like, come on. It's just never gonna have the Treasure Wars feel to it. Treasure Wars was just, that was just such a classic game. Still wish Treasure Wars, like, they could have done both, Bedwars and Treasure Wars. They would have had all the hype from that, and then just people would have decided which one they wanted to play better. Instead, they had to take away Treasure Wars. I mean, it's a great idea to be like, okay, let's do this. Let's make Bedwars. Tell them it's coming out, and then we're gonna release it. But we're gonna delete Treasure Wars as well. I guess that was like a good thing, like a good business idea or something, to like make it so that all the Treasure Wars players would start like tryharding, or like everyone would start tryharding in Treasure Wars to try and get cool custom cosmetics and stuff. I mean, that's a good idea. It works. But like, Treasure Wars is such a good game. Please bring it back, Hive. Please, I love the game. I love Treasure Wars. It's more fun. I just felt like Treasure Wars was just a better game. It was just much more of a classic game to play, you know? And they don't even have Bedwars trios. It's literally just solos, duos, and squads. It's like, come on, where's the sweat mode? I mean, if you're gonna take away, like, Treasure Wars, at least make the Bedwars as good as Treasure Wars used to be. Come on, you don't just remove the freaking trios mode. That's the best game mode for everything. Anything that has trios in it is just significantly better. It's because that gives us the sweats an opportunity to like not have to just be bored because all they can fight is noobs. Like people who can't do PvP, it's just dumb. It's like, why am I even playing this server? I might as well just go to Zeka. You know what I mean? Zek was a very, very sweaty server. For all the sweats, this is nothing. This is a piece of cake. Metaphorically, because there's no cake in Skywars. Unless you played on Mineplex when it was first out, and then that would have been Cake Wars. So, but I'm getting off topic. You know, I do that sometimes. Let's see. So basically, like, yeah, Treasure Wars, it should have stayed because it's just a superior game mode in general. And I feel like, come on, Treasure Wars is cool. Who doesn't like playing Treasure Wars? But like they replaced it with Bedwars. I mean, come on, Bedwars is cool. Bedwars is good. I'm not saying Bedwars is bad. I'm saying I wish they kept Treasure Wars, because Treasure Wars was also just a really good game. And when you just like take a really good game and you replace it with a like experimental game, I mean, that's not exactly what you want to be seeing. It's not exactly the best, because when you replace it with an experimental game, you have to keep updating, and you get more complaints and stuff. You know, people will complain more about how the game's not perfect. More people will leave, but then you've got the entire Hive community playing the game because it's just a new game, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, new game, we want to play this game so bad, it's so cool. Meanwhile, I still play Skywars Trios. I would play Treasure Wars Trios. I mean, I did all the time. It's a good game. And good games deserve players. And since Treasure Wars Trios was a good game, it was like all sweats and stuff, dude. All sweats. Do you know what the sweat game mode on Bedwars is? Solos. They don't have a good sweat. And the main thing, where does our sumo go? Where does our Treasure Wars sumo go? I want Treasure Wars sumo, man. That was just like, I used to do that all the time on streams. I used to do it all the time, but now I can't do it because like they got rid of Treasure Wars sumo. Why is he trying to trap? Why is he so bad at trapping? Does he know how to trap? Come on, trap me. You can't do it because you don't know how to do anything. You're also on like, yeah, no health. Well, I guess that's all I have to complain about because I basically just repeated my own complaints like 15 times, but yeah. That was all for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, leaving a like down below, and click on screen if you want to watch another video. Goodbye.